Who do you listen for health advice? Especially when it comes to autoimmune diseases and nutrition. When you're looking for someone to help you, do they have video testimonials? And are their clients getting better in 4 to 6 weeks? Every single week, we're sharing with you how clients are getting better and reversing their autoimmune markers with a help. If you look at someone to help you with autoimmune disease and all they have is quotes, maybe they have some Google reviews, but they don't have video testimonials or videos with their clients, and they don't share their labs before and after, how do you know that that person can help you? Anybody can write a Google review. I can go and write a Google review, but it doesn't mean that I have reversed my disease. Do they have videos with their clients? Are they sharing labs of their clients getting better? And this is how you know that that person is legit, because we are sharing our clients' labs and we are sharing videos with them. We have real people that we're helping get better.
I mean, I know that you said there would be daily contact, which I was grateful for, but it was so much more than that. I mean, you really are there. It's like you're there all the time, answering questions, calming the anxiousness if something doesn't quite seem right, but you were there every step of the way and said, "Okay, that's okay. This is what we're going to do." And you always have a plan to handle whatever the situation is. So I really appreciate that.
If it was a car that I really wanted, I would take that money and invest it in that car, with no questions asked. But for my health, I questioned it, and I shouldn't have. And that's how I thought it. I would take the money and put it as a down payment on a car. So why would I not invest that in myself and my health? And so that's the way that I thought about it, and I just did it.
I'm 60, and I want to skip to my 80th birthday, not be dragged there in a wheelchair, which is a real possibility if you don't pay attention to what's going on.
Going to a rheumatologist, and he was wanting to add more medication on to what I was already taking. I was like, this has got to stop. So by the grace of God, you guys came across my feed on Facebook, and I was like, So I looked at it, maybe a day or two, and I saw the testimonies. And then I was like, okay, especially the gentleman that was like 70 years old, and and he was saying he's about to lose his feet and all that, and he couldn't walk. I was like, oh wow. So let me just try it. Maybe I'll see if it works for me. I don't know if it will, but I talked to my husband. He's like, look, you can always say you tried. Nothing be the failure but a try, right? I was like, right. I was like, okay. So jumped on it, and he's been proud. He talked to me. He said, I'm proud of you. You stuck with it.
Was always like tired. I couldn't do things. I was not motivated. My motivations come back. My confidence has come back.
We got married I guess 6 months ago. And so that's a couple months in, I got sick, and I had to reimagine what our lives would look like. So now I can reimagine my future again and see all our collective goals. And so I'm just going to have to contact you when we do all those things we always want to do. I think it's amazing too that I found you so soon into my illness, because I could have gone on years, and it just kept getting worse, or taking a medication. I've tried 4 medications in a span of couple months. And I could have just kept going doing that for years. And the fact that I found you so quickly, I think helped me become symptom free very fast.
Started creeping in and getting worse. And I was like, all right, I've had enough. I'm going to pull the trigger. And you guys seemed legit. I was scared at first, just like everybody else that says, they're scared about hiring coaches or, anybody paying money over the internet. And, I was a little skeptical at first, but what I realized, you guys are 100% legit.
Y'all have given me one of the biggest gifts anybody could ever give somebody. So I feel great.
After seeing, tons of doctors, just all different doctors, that's when I went to the holistic doctor. And then that just, was crazy expensive and just so much going on. And so, wanted to try something different.
Everyone else would have just a tip, try this recipe and, or little things like that, or make sure you eat more tomatoes or some things like that. So I think yours was the only one where like you actually had, like you were talking to people and they were telling you about their symptoms getting better. And it was like, I think that sounds really interesting. That sounds much more interesting than what I've seen in some of these other ones.
This was different in the sense that you guided me. I needed that. Like, that's what I wanted. I always tried things on my own, pretty much. I did the gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, and I didn't see any, change or anything. And I was just like, if only I can find someone who would like tell me exactly something that has worked for others.
It does make a lot of sense, seems very doable. That's the other thing I loved about this program was I thought, oh my word, how much time am I going to have to spend in the kitchen prepare, because I did follow some other people who claim they can help you heal from autoimmune disease, but then you have to buy their $500 of supplements and it's very complicated. And the cost of their program is utterly ridiculous. It's not doable for most people. And when I found out how affordable this was and what I've actually been spending just in blood work alone every year, it was actually less expensive to work with you in comparison to all the medical bills that I have. And everything is just so simple. I mean, it's just laid out for you. I don't have to think a whole lot about what I'm doing, and literally not much time in the kitchen at all, which I love.
Got a gift, Victoria, that you know how to say things in a positive way and yet being very tactful in your education and your indoctrination. I find that that's a gift that you have.
I'm telling you, when I first started with you, I was taking 9 Advils a day. I take now on average 5, but when I started with you, I was at level 9. Now I can say this morning I woke up with a 5.
So how do you feel? Do you feel glad you decided to do this program, right?
Oh yes, I forgot to tell you about my psoriasis because I have psoriasis too. My hands, they don't have psoriasis now.